Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
Okay, people, here we go. Welcome back to Fight Week. Not long to go now. It's weigh-in day in East London tomorrow night. In the main event, it's the rematch, a sold-out copper box the stage, the Romford Ball, the White Rhino, Johnny Fisher versus Dave Allen, part 2, live exclusively around the world, only on your global home of boxing, right here on DAZN.
She fights out of Mallorca, Spain, by way of Morocco. Please welcome La Reina Mora, Farah El Boussaidi. 114.6 for La Reina Mora, Farah El Boussaidi. 114.3 for Shannon Chaos Ryan.
Only 28, still feels like she has plenty more to give. Stylistically, what have you always admired?
I mean, look, she's a pocket rocket. She's a very, very good fighter. Look, she's had a taste of fighting for major titles before, and she'll want to get a win here and push back into those big, meaningful fights. But a big fan of Shannon
Chaos Ryan. La Reina Mora Farah El Boussaidi, 8-round super flyweights, matchroom boxing, live on DAZN from London, England. 161.1 for Novak Radulovic, 161.1. 163.6 for Lely Buttigieg, 163.6.
Yeah, I mean, look, last time out, as you mentioned, Grant Dennis, that was a huge step up, it really was. But the way he dispatched of Dennis was so impressive. This man here, he leaves it all in the ring. He's so exciting, and there's going to be some very big nights in the future for Lely Buttigieg.
169.6 for Juan Cruz Cachero, 169.6. 169.8 for the undefeated Taylor Bevan.
Well, look, I'll start off by saying, if you're not going to the Copper Box tomorrow and you're going to watch this at home, on Before the Bell, live on DAZN, do not go to the toilet, do not go to the kitchen, do not blink, because this man is
Taylor Bevan, Juan Cruz Cachero, 6-round super middleweights, matchroom boxing, live on DAZN from London, England. 198.8 for Quarles, 198.8. 199.8 for John J. Hedges, 199.8.
Well, this is a proper live fight. I'll start off by saying that it's a massive fight for both here. But I'm so intrigued to see this relationship, if it's blossomed in these early stages between John and Ricky Hatton. I think it's a great idea, bringing in Ricky Hatton, somebody who works so well inside, one of the best to do it, actually. And that's something that John, I think, could help improve his game, fighting inside. But this, like I say, a fantastic fight.
158.4 for Gideon Onyanani, 158.4. 159.4 for Jimmy Sains, 159.4 for Sainsy.
Gideon Onyanani, the opponent, a tough man, who I would say doesn't have a record reflective of his ability. Never been stopped in his 4 defeats, the likes of Mark Dickinson, Bilal Fawaz, Olympic champion Herbert Salzer as well couldn't stop him. He's always competitive. This certainly, Darren, the acid test.
Jimmy Sains, Gideon Juice Onyanani, 10 rounds for the vacant Southern Area Middleweight Championship, matchroom boxing, live on DAZN from London, England. 158.8 for Jerome Warburton, the bread maker, 158.8. 159.7 for Kieran Two-Class Conway, 159.7.
Well, they're both very good boxers, both very capable of a victory tomorrow night. And like you said, what's on the line so important. It really is a dream for all British fighters to own, certainly to win the Lonsdale belt. But to be able to call yourself a British champion is a big box tick.
159.9 for Aaron Sutton, 159.9. 159.4 for the Billericay bomber, George Ledard, 159.4.
Any danger of overlooking your man? Like you say, when you have that pot of gold, so to speak, the path laid out in front of you, can that be a danger?
It can be, but I will go to the man that guided me to a world title, Tony Sims. he will keep his man in check and make sure he's on point and fully focused.
Now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 23 victories, 7 defeats, 2 draws, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Conisbro. Please welcome the Doncaster de la Hoya, Papi de la Chulo, the People's Champ, the White Rhino, dazzling Dave Allen. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, his professional record, a perfect one. 13 fights, 13 victories, with 11 of his 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the 6'5" big man fighting out of Romford, Essex, England. He is the reigning, defending, and undefeated WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, the Romford Bull, Johnny Fisher. 265, bang on for the White Rhino. 265 for Dave Allen. 245.5 for the Romford Bull. 245.5 for Johnny Fisher.
This is it then, your main event tomorrow night. Was respectful at the press conference this week, but now the niceties are no more. The first fight was all action. The first fight wasn't, without big moments, without knockdowns, without controversy and much debate afterward. Tomorrow it's Chapter 2, Johnny Fisher versus Dave Allen. Live only on DAZN.
I've got to say that they're a nice pair of pants, them.
Thank you. Yeah, very impressive, aren't I?
265, the heaviest you've been in a long time, maybe ever.
Yeah.
Can we look into that at all?
Yeah, if you look, I'm in very, very good condition. I'm here to do a job, and I'm here to do it as early as possible.
33rd fight, and you've experienced an awful lot in your career. This probably, safe to say, is going to be the most hostile crowd you fought in front of. How are you going to prepare for that?
I'm 33 years of age. I've 32 pro fights. I've boxed around the world. Yeah, it's just another day at the office for me. The atmosphere will have no bearing on the result, in my opinion.
And how do you silence the crowd tomorrow night?
I'm coming to fight. I'm going to get going earlier this time. I've come in heavier. I'm going to get the job done inside the distance.
All the best, Dave.
Who's ready to come to the trenches with me? Is this not why we're here? You're with me every step of the way. We're going to do this together. Bash!
What sort of lift do you expect them to give you, Johnny, when you're on that ramp making your way into the ring tomorrow night?
Listen, this is what it's all about. I've got all these people here. They're not just supporters, they're family and friends. And you are that 11th man, that 12th man on the pitch. You're with me, and we're going to get it done. Bash!
Dave says he's come in heavier for this fight than he did 147 days ago in Riyadh back in December. He's come in for the knockout. What are your intentions tomorrow night?
It's not about what he wants to do, it's about what I want to do. And we're going to win at all costs.
Is that your promise to this crowd? I'll leave the final word to you, Johnny Fisher.
Listen, victory at all costs. I've been training very hard, and you give me that lift on fight night tomorrow. It's going to be epic. Enjoy yourselves tomorrow. It's going to be a good one.